What's up, fight fans? It's your man 3K the Boss, aka Mr. Two Hands Up. Bah, bah. You know what it is. Alright, so Tyson Fury believes Anthony Joshua is finished. He says he could have never beaten him. Tyson Fury claims fellow heavyweight and former world champion Anthony Joshua is finished in boxing. Joshua lost all 4 of his titles in a shocking defeat to Andy Ruiz in New York on June 1st. After the fight, Fury sent a message on Twitter that urged the Briton to rest up, recover up, regroup, and come again. But this week he told BBC Sports, when a man doesn't want to be in there once, he'll always do it. And it's hard to come back, and that's hard to come back from. He did it that night. And I don't think he will come back from it. Finished. Ask any top trainer who's been around the sport for a lifetime. When he got in that ring, I saw he didn't want to be there. Everybody thought the man, that man could beat me. In what world could he ever beat me? What are people saying? I don't know what people are looking at, as I don't know in what world he could have beaten me. Joshua's 7th round stoppage by Ruiz came as a huge surprise, as opponents had been given barely 1 month's notice for the fight and weighed at over 20 pounds heavier than the Briton. But Fury, who shed around 10 stone in a bid to reestablish himself as the dominant heavyweight in the world, insists body shape is no indicator for success. Physically, Joshua could out-train everyone, added a 30-year-old who was preparing in Las Vegas for his debut fight against Tom Schwartz. He will break my heart monitor. That's probably worn out every treadmill in the gym, smashes the bag. It's all very unimportant. Boxing isn't rocket science, and today people are trying to make it a science thing. If you can't fight, you can't fight. If you can't, you can forget about it. You can eat every protein bar in the world. When you get banged in the chin and panic, it doesn't really help you much. The best feeling I got from it was the 2 best conditioned fighters in the last 2 years have been Vladimir Klitschko, who Fury beat in 2015, and Joshua, and both got done by 2 fat men. I mean, I don't know what to say, man. It's pretty self-explanatory all in its own. You know, even the article, they even called him, you know what I'm saying, flip-flopping, talking about rest up, recover up, and get right back at it, champ. Now you're telling the guy he's finished and he doesn't need to get in the ring. I just told you, man, you know, when you're the biggest star in boxing, man, even in loss, you know what I'm saying, it just shows the magnitude of stardom, because, you know, Tyson Fury is picking at him the most. You know what I'm saying? He's leaving Deontay Wilder silent over there. And in his loss, you know what I'm saying, like when piranhas see blood in the water, man, they get a little extra vicious. And that's just all Tyson Fury is doing, man. Promo for this week, because, you know what I'm saying, because Tyson Fury is going up against Tom Schwartz.
Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that?
So as I've told you guys before, I wouldn't expect anything less from Tyson Fury, man. You know, the dude is a big-ass kid, man. Mr. Stab You in the back, you know what I'm saying, is putting in his best work going in the fight week, considering that, you know, it's going to be a lackluster crowd, and I'm almost itched to see what are those numbers going to be from this fight and how many people are actually going to turn out, and how bad, you know what I'm saying. We all know Tom Schwartz, if you don't know, is a horrible fighter, so, you know, they went out their way to get the best freaking possible punching bag they could possibly find to go throw in the ring with Tyson Fury to make his weak hands look extra strong. Now, you know, Tyson Fury, he does the ballerina thing great. You know, it's impressive when you see a guy that's 6'7" that can move around the ring that well, but, you know, it's not impressive when you're 6'7" and you hit like, you know what I'm saying, a 16-year-old girl. So, as I expected, as the week went on, Tyson Fury will unload a little bit more ammo from the clip and shoot at Joshua, and now he's shooting at him in the form of the first thing that he's actually done, which he has never done before when he was undefeated. So I want you guys to pay attention to this, as he's saying now, in what world could he beat me? You know, Klitschko and, you know, Joshua both got floored by fat guys, etc., etc. But, you know, I have my own little judgments towards the Tyson Fury-Klitschko match, and what I truly think about that, we already know. And if you don't know, you know what I'm saying, just go back and watch a couple of the videos. That's what I could tell you. You know what I mean? Shit, if I just stood in the ring and I didn't throw my hands either, I could coast to a victory and 4 belts on that one. But, you know what I'm saying, the Anthony Joshua piggyback train continues, you know, and Tyson Fury is riding it hard. You know, with not one mention of Deontay Wilder. So why is that? And I'm going to tell you exactly why. Don't you find it extremely astonishing and over the top, quite odd, at Tyson Fury as he's been on his campaign to fight Tom Schwartz?
Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that?
He has not mentioned Deontay Wilder's name. Not one time. Not one time has he mentioned Mr. Deontay Wilder's name. And I'm going to tell you exactly why he didn't mention his name. He didn't mention his name, for one, because the kid doesn't even have a profile big enough for Tyson Fury to even want to throw gasoline on the flame to even try to present some type of equal competition between the two. So that just shows you that Deontay Wilder, his profile isn't even big enough for Tyson Fury to mention, so it's only right that Tyson Fury has to go with Anthony Joshua, you know what I'm saying, in the midst of his loss, you know, when he sees blood, because Deontay Wilder truly doesn't have anything there to offer. Because, I mean, if you think about the boxing world right now, I have not looked at one article where Deontay Wilder's name is mentioned, other than this came in the form of Anthony Joshua. Hasn't been mentioned in the form of Luis Ortiz, hasn't been mentioned in the form of management or others. The only time it has come up in the name of Anthony Joshua. So when I hear Tyson Fury spatting off at the mouth and I look what he has coming into play and what Bob Arum is continuing to do with him, because we know the whole, you know, the Heyman Floyd Mayweather theory, though it's a little bit reversed considering now you just take a bunch of guys that can't fight and just pad their record to make them look great because we emphasize so much on the zero, when clearly the zero means absolutely nothing, you know, because you're going to let, you know, your marquee guys get in the ring and, you know, continue. And even in Anthony Joshua's loss, you know, he still bears fruit in the division, and the rematch is overshadowing once again, like I've told you guys several videos ago, what Anthony Joshua has going on in this loss has become more profitable and has continued to overshadow these two gentlemen to that way they're not even making the headlines. And the only way Tyson Fury's made the headlines in his own fight is when he mentioned the name of Anthony Joshua. And here shows you the truth to it. Look, here's Bob Arum. This was literally just 2 days ago. He's mentioned Anthony Joshua saying he'll never be the same again. And you know, Tyson Fury's fight is coming up, as we all know, this weekend. This is just from the day. Tyson Fury saying Joshua is finished and saying he could never beat him, though he's never mentioned him as opposition before, and nor would he sign his name down on the contract and take that fight. But we're speaking on Andy Ruiz, the little fat man's glory, and you know, Tyson Fury, you're not too far from the tree. And here we go again, Tyson Fury. Andy Ruiz will win again. Joshua's not the better boxer. Now, where in any part have you heard any mention of what Tyson Fury is doing with Tom Schwartz, what he has coming up in this fight, how great the magnitude of it is? You know, how many people are coming out, the type of energy that the British fans have come in to see you fight and everything. You know, that just says a lot, because the British fans will fly in at 8,000 to see Anthony Joshua fight Andy Ruiz, but how many British have flown in to see Tyson Fury fight Tom Schwartz? So that just lets you know the ploy and everything that they're doing. He can't even mention his own opposition on the screen. He can only mention Anthony Joshua's name and the fact that he lost. So the focus has to be there, because the focus got to be, you know what I'm saying, with who pays the rent. And Anthony Joshua clearly pays all of these guys' rent. So that's all I got for you guys today, man. I hope y'all take that in, and I hope that made perfect sense, you know what I'm saying, to every mystery that is surrounded with why, you know, these guys are doing the things that they do. Hey, keep talking about Anthony Joshua, man. And good luck this weekend, Tyson, against your opponent, man. What's that nigga name? Oh yeah, Tom Schwartz.
Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that?
And as we always say when we close this joint out, it costs you nothing to pay a nigga no mind. This is your fearless leader, 3K the Boss, a.k.a. Mr. Two Hands Up. Pop, pop. You know what it is. Man, that was a kill shot, and I ain't even tried to. Facts.